Hi guys, welcome to Canvas Window Art channel. Today we'll be trying to answer a tricky question that was asked before in National Aptitude Test in Architecture, that is NATA entrance examination. This question came from one of my subscriber. Also, many students having confusion to answer kind of this question. Okay, so to answer this question, we need a focal line on the top of the paper, and I drew the front side of the bag, little slanted walls of the bag. I made it as a narrow front wall of the bag, and then decide the vanishing point, take the guidelines to all the corners of the front wall. I hope you know the basics of one point perspective. After drawing the guidelines, we need to draw the objects which is kept inside the bag. That is one wallet and a mobile phone, a pocket diary, and a looking mirror, one more lipsticks. So here I tried to draw the object using basic shape. If you don't know how to convert basic shapes into the object, you can please visit one of my video tutorial. You can check it with my channel. To draw any object, you need to draw the basic forms using the perspective, and then you can add the details to the object. Also, try to draw as much simple as possible. You have to draw it very simple, and that should communicate to the viewers properly. Also, you have to think about the logical points. That means the gravity, how the objects are kept inside the bag, a little slanting towards the wall. Okay, so because it's a very narrow bag, we have very little space only at the bottom. to place the object. So here I drew a wallet and the notebook, a diary, a packet diary, and now I am started to draw a mobile phone using a basic form. I drew a cuboid with one point perspective. Also notice each and every line of the object. I am using the guideline from the vanishing point. So that is very, very important. Here we drew the mobile phone using cuboid, then converted to object. Now I am trying to drawing. I am using basic form. Now here I wanted to draw a mirror, a hand mirror, a looking mirror, uh, into the size of ellipse or oval. So here I decided to draw the rectangle to convert the shape ellipse. Okay, the basic guideline you needed as a rectangle. I made a box, I made a rectangle, and then I made a oval inside the rectangle so that you can very easily draw the oval or ellipse with perspective. To find out the center point, you have to make a diagonal line so that both the corners, so where the diagonal line is meeting, so that is the center point of the object or the shape. And then here, to add dimension to the object, I have added thickness to the mirror frame. And very important thing, one more thing you have to notice, I have added the reflection on the mirror. So the quality of the mirror, the character of the mirror you have to show. So that is very much important, essential to show the texture or the characteristics of the object. I hope I have been done a tutorial on reflection, how things are reflected on a glossy surface. If not, we will make it one. So now here I'm drawing a lipstick in a form of a cuboid. So here we completed the rough outline drawing of given tricky and interesting question. After completing rough outline drawing, I am now started fair the drawing with dark outlines to communicate better. Here I am using color pencil, but in NATA entrance examination you are not allowed to use color pencils. You can use color pencil, but um, in perspective drawing you are not allowed to use color pencils, so you have to go for graphite pencil. I have avoided the graphite pencil because of the reflection when you shoot the video. When you use graphite pencil, that gives more of a reflection. You can't see the picture properly. So that is the reason uh, I'm drawing with color pencil, which is I'm using Faber-Castell color pencil. So when you fair the drawing, you have to add up more details, decorative details, whatever you want to the object. Design the object with a small details, minute details. Here I want to tell you a very important aspect of learning drawing. Whatever you are seeing in front of you, surrounded by you, start observe all the objects in detail. So that will help you to draw kind of creative questions. So you need to observe or like a sponge, absorb it, observe whatever details, whatever shape, form, color, texture. Try observe all the element of drawing and memorize it. So you could draw all the object very easily whenever comes to creative questions. Guidelines are very important to fare the drawing also. You need to follow the guidelines. Try understanding the concept of one point perspective. All the residing lines or vanishes towards the vanishing point. We have only one vanishing point. All the residing lines or vanishes towards the particular vanishing point. And here we drew all the object below the eye level. That means you are standing inside the bag. So below your eye level all the objects are kept. Try practice kind of these questions. You have widely available previous NATA questions in internet, so you could select one of the question which is toughest. If you think if it is tough to you can try practice, or you could post it to comment. If it is possible, I'll try answer whichever you are asking if it is tough. Now, through the sieve, light is falling inside the bag. So according to the direction of the light, we need to shade it. We need to shade the object. Here I'm using hatching technique. So inside the bag, the light is very less, and I have shaded the front wall of the bag very dark, and top of the bag is also dark, and the left side and the right side of the bag have to shade very dark. Now here I have shaded very little only. You could add, improve, increase the shading portion. The amount of shading you could increase. The white portion to be filled with shade. Because of time and duration of the video, I have reduced shading here. So you have to complete the picture with full of shades. Okay. I hope we have successfully answered a given question to us. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, share my videos to your friends, and we will meet again with another question or another art related tutorial. Thank you.